Have you ever looked at your life in a quiet moment and asked yourself, God, where are you right now? Not out of rebellion, not out of anger, but out of deep exhaustion. That question has crossed the heart of every person who has ever tried to believe while hurting. And asking it does not mean you lack faith, it means you are human. You were never designed to carry life alone. Everything that is created has a creator, and every creator understands the purpose of what they made. A manufacturer never guesses how a product should work, they designed it with intention. In the same way, you are not an accident moving through random moments. You were designed by God, shaped with purpose, and placed on earth with meaning. That means your life is not sustained by luck, feelings, or circumstances. It is sustained by the one who formed you. The danger comes when we judge God's presence by what we can see. When life feels good, we say God is near. When life becomes painful, we assume God has stepped away. But God's involvement in your life is not based on your comfort. It is based on His commitment. And commitment does not disappear when things get difficult. God is not reacting to your situation. He is guiding you through it. Even now, even here, He is closer than you think. There was a man who truly believed in God. Not with perfection, but with honesty. He prayed when he understood life and even when he didn't. He worked hard, tried to do right, and trusted that God would reward faithfulness. Then, without warning, life shifted. He lost his job. People he trusted slowly disappeared. His routine prayers began to feel empty, like words spoken into a closed room. Days became long, nights became heavy, and hope felt distant. One evening, overwhelmed by disappointment, he whispered a simple but painful question, God, where are you? He expected comfort, maybe a sign, maybe peace. But instead, there was silence. And in that silence, fear began to speak. He assumed that silence meant abandonment. He believed that because he could not feel God, God must have left. But silence is not rejection. Silence is often preparation. We live in a world that confuses noise with presence. Yet some of the deepest work God does happens quietly. Just because God is not speaking the way you expect does not mean He is not listening. And just because you cannot see His hand does not mean His hand is not moving. The man didn't realize it then, but that silent season was not God stepping away. It was God working beneath the surface, strengthening him for what was coming next. Over time, the man began to understand something that changed the way he saw everything. He realized he had been measuring God's faithfulness by how comfortable his life felt. When things were working, he believed God was close. When things fell apart, he assumed God had moved away. But God does not measure His presence by ease. God measures His faithfulness by truth. And truth does not change just because circumstances do. He learned that feelings are real, but they are not reliable leaders. Feelings rise and fall with pressure, fatigue, and disappointment. God, however, remains constant. The mistake many people make is expecting God to prove Himself through comfort. But comfort was never the goal. Growth was. Purpose was. Maturity was. In moments of pressure, God often allows the familiar to fade so the essential can rise. When everything is stable, faith can become casual. But when support is removed, faith becomes intentional. That is when belief moves from habit to conviction. The man began to see that God was not punishing him or ignoring him. God was shaping him. What felt like distance was actually discipline. What felt like loss was training. God was teaching him how to trust without reassurance, how to stand without applause, and how to believe without evidence. And that kind of faith does not break when storms come. It stands. One day, the man made a quiet decision that shifted the direction of his life. He stopped asking the question that drained his strength, why is this happening to me? And replaced it with a question that awakened his purpose, what are you trying to build in me? That single change in thinking transformed his pain into perspective. Because pain without purpose feels like punishment, but pain with purpose becomes preparation. He realized that growth does not come from ease. Strength is never developed in comfort. Just as muscles grow through resistance, character grows through challenge. Pressure is not sent to destroy you, it is allowed to reveal you. Many people ask God to remove the weight, but God is more interested in increasing your capacity to carry it. The man understood that this season was not meant to break him, but to mature him. Every closed door was teaching patience. Every delay was developing discipline. Every disappointment was refining his focus. He began to see that his struggle had an assignment attached to it. Instead of fighting the process, he started learning from it. Instead of complaining, he began to listen. And in that shift, peace entered his life, not because the situation changed, but because his understanding did. God does not waste seasons. If you are under pressure, it is because there is something valuable being formed within you.